All right, let's talk about one of the biggest sources of stress for any student, attendance. We're going to forget all about that frantic guesswork, that knot in your stomach. Today, we're going to transform that anxiety into calm, strategic control. Let's dive right in.
You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. You're not feeling 100%, or maybe something important just pops up, and your brain just starts spinning with that one question: can I really afford to miss this class? It's a feeling we all know way too well, and we are going to put an end to that uncertainty today.
So, this is the big change we're talking about. On one side, you've got the old way, just guessing, which is full of anxiety and, let's be honest, a ton of errors. And on the other side, precision, confidence, control. It's all about swapping that nervous, uncertain feeling for cold, hard numbers. Okay, so step one, it's super simple, but honestly, it's a total game changer. We have to know exactly where we stand. No more, I think my attendance is okay. It's time to move from those vague feelings to the undeniable clarity of a real fact. And you know what? Getting that number is way easier than you think. You don't need some crazy, complicated spreadsheet. All you need are two little pieces of information. First, the total number of classes that have happened so far. And second, how many of those you actually went to. Put those two together and bam, you get your exact percentage. No more rounding errors, no more forgotten sick days. And just like that, there it is. A single, clear number. This 82.5%, it's not a guess, it's not an estimate, it's your reality. This right here is the solid foundation for everything else we're going to do. It replaces all that guesswork with a concrete data point we can actually work with. Now that we have our number, this is where the fun begins. We can stop just reacting to things and actually start planning. This is where we go from being a passive observer of our own attendance to an active manager, using real data to make smart decisions about the future. All right, let's play this out. Imagine this is you right now. You're sitting at a solid 85% attendance, feeling pretty good. Then an opportunity comes up, a family thing, a doctor's appointment, and you think about skipping a lecture. Based on this number, it seems pretty safe, right? But hang on, here's the question we almost never stop to ask. What is the actual mathematical cost of missing that one class? We just assume it's a tiny little drop, but assumptions are what got us into this mess in the first place. And it's not just the percentage. It's the discussion you missed, the question you didn't get to ask. And whoa, look at that. That one class dropped you a full 3 percentage points. Seeing this beforehand is a massive game changer. Maybe that drop is totally fine with you, or maybe it puts you dangerously close to a minimum requirement. The point is, now you're making the choice with your eyes wide open, based on facts, not just feelings. And this brings us to the highest stakes of all. We're talking about making sure you can actually sit for your final exams. This isn't just about feeling good about your attendance. This is about meeting the single most critical requirement of your entire course. Man, you can just feel the stress looking at this, can't you? You're just below that critical line. But the key here isn't just seeing the problem. It's knowing the solution. It's about figuring out the exact number of classes you have to attend in a row to get over that 80% line and secure your spot in that exam hall. But look, just getting by, that's not the real goal, is it? Why just scrape by? True mastery is about setting your own targets. We can use all this data not just to survive the semester, but to actually thrive and hit personal goals that often lead to better grades. So let's say your personal goal is 90%. You look at a table like this, and boom, there's your roadmap. You see your target is 90%, you're at 82.5%, and you have 20 classes left. The plan is clear. You have to attend at least 18 of them. That turns a vague wish into a real, actionable plan. You know you can afford to miss 2 more classes, and that is it. Now you can plan everything else accordingly. So let's boil it all down. What's your new strategy? It's simple. First, you stop guessing and you start calculating. Then, you see the impact of an absence before you act. You use that knowledge to lock in your exam eligibility with total confidence. And finally, you turn any personal goal you have into a concrete, achievable plan. So, I want to leave you with this idea. Your attendance, it's not just some boring rule your school has. Think of it as a finite resource, just like your time or your money. Every class you can afford to miss is like a credit in your account. So the real question is, are you spending it wisely?